Jordan.
I,
Jordan.
I was watching a second screen.
Oh boy. Hi everybody. Welcome to Happy Place Live on a Tuesday. The day it's supposed to go.
That's right.
Because we definitely didn't skip last week. Because last week was this. I don't know where we're going with it. Last week was rough, guys. We had a rough week last week. But good news is this week is a little better.
A little better or a lot of better?
It's a lot of better. I mean, things are good in general. I'm just trying to think of if there's anything that could be improved. Not really. Hi, everybody in the chat. Sports guy, hi. Disney with Andrew.
Is Michael walking yet?
Michael's not walking yet, although he is. He accidentally rolled over already, and we're like, "No, you're too young to do this. Don't do this yet."
What is the time frame for rolling over?
I don't even know.
Because I'm not going to lie, as a 30-year-old, it's still kind of challenging for me.
Ed, I see you in the chat. When should my baby be rolling over? Hi, Thomas Hill. Junior.
Yeah.
Hey, Javier.
Thomas Hill is his father.
That's true. I don't know when the baby's supposed to roll over. Hey, Betty. Betty and the Beast. Amy's in here.
History.
Good to see you guys. Jordan, what are we talking about today?
I just want to get something off of my chest. I don't know if it's affected you, but over here on the East Coast, it's kind of just become an issue. The menu at Taco Bell has been severely downsized, and it's distressing.
What did they lose?
Well, there's no more quesadillas. There's no more. Their value menu has just been pulverized. And I'm sort of like a bang for your buck kind of guy when I go to Taco Bell.
You're correct.
I get my quesadilla, and then it's just I'm going to get something this. It's like there's nothing there. And it's like, wow. Just count your blessings, I guess.
Oh, boy. What a way to start off. Ed upset about it. Javier, not a fan of Taco Bell. You're always running though, Javier. You're the healthiest of all of us. Let's see, hold on a second. Ed said that kids are supposed to roll over normal about 4 months or so. So either Michael is a genius or a mad scientist. I don't know. Should
Both
we be
are
concerned?
likely, I would say.
High percentage. No, Jordan, before the Taco Bell situation that you brought up, today we're going to talk about the rumor. What are you doing?
I had to itch my ear because I wanted to focus fully on what you're about to say.
There's a rumor going around out there that Disneyland has an anticipated internal opening day, and we should discuss.
It's relatively soon, for the most part. I mean, it's closer than July 17th is.
It's true. Now
we're further from July 17th than we are to the
current
technical new.
So what is the day, the alleged day?
What I have heard is September 28th.
Now, before we go on, what are your sources for September 28th?
I have read a few articles, one of which was blogmickey.com, which is generally pretty reliable.
Sure.
Of course, the first word in the headline was rumor in all caps, but their sources were coming from internal sources, I guess. And this has been that was a date I had heard flying around as much as a week ago. And then just in the last day or two, it's sort of been publicized as a possible rumor. And so the fact that I've been hearing it over and over makes me think that there might be a little more credence to it, or Clearwater. I'm not sure.
Well, you said that what Peter, also from Ordinary Adventures, posted on his Twitter, that date with no context either.
Yeah, it was confusing, and I didn't catch on until the article came out a few days later, and it's oh, so he obviously had to have heard it from someone who would have known something.
I think that what is highly likely is that that is probably a real date that has been thrown around somewhere without official government approval yet. I bet you it's the date that Disney's like anticipates that they could open, assuming that they get the green light. But here it is, September 1st. And that would imply that they have about 3 weeks to get everybody trained, ready to go, and then open up the gates.
Which I think is reasonable if they can get the ball rolling like right now, because that's about as much notice as Disney World had.
Yeah,
it's about a month or so.
And I think Disneyland's probably more prepped physically to open.
I think like you said, it's just staffing issues. If they were fully staffed, they could open tomorrow, I think, because they're ready. They've got everything socially distanced, marked, and there's pictures of plexiglass even at the ticket booths and stuff. So yeah, I think they're ready for crowds.
There's a few construction projects on Main Street that are still, I feel like they would clear those before opening up the park, because they're very intrusive if you've seen like the satellite photos lately. Mm-hmm. Like the Emporium and stuff are literally not just under scaffolding, like they have full cranes and stuff, and like
they're taking advantage of nobody being in there.
Yeah, cleaning everything up, which is fine, and they can it's probably something that they can easily get cleaned up by, like, in a week's time. But I do think it is going to be a thing. Anyway, the point is, so there's a predicted date in September for this thing to open, and I don't believe that date they'll hit that date, but I do think that there's probably a good chance that coming up here we might even see in October, or I think if we get to November and the park isn't open yet, something is seriously there's like a major issue somewhere, because I do feel like you're right, a lot of the stuff is in motion, which is going to get me to my next conversation, Jordan. I want to talk about something I've wanted to talk about for a long time.
Let's talk about it.
What will Disneyland be like when it does reopen? And most importantly, I want to ask, as an annual pass holder who has paid for his Max Pass, like the premium offering, like previously, already paid for outright, do you think that Disneyland, unlike Disney World, will have Max Pass in operation when the park reopens?
I don't think so. But I will couple that with it won't be necessary. Having been in the parks, it's not necessary. And so that comes with the caveat of literally having to bite the bullet, essentially. Because I pay for a certain tier of pass holderness.
Yeah.
I'm not the highest tier. But the highest tier, the one that's even above our rate and the one above that, is basically subject to the same thing as me.
This is their life now. They're in their life.
Look at that little guy.
He's asleep. Oh no, we can't be loud.
Quiet. Time for a lullaby.
Yeah.
Joey, sing to him.
What did I miss?
What did I miss?
Oh, are we doing Unexpected Hamilton?
I think you just dropped the first lyric.
It's true. So what did we learn about Disneyland opening, or have you guys just been talking about random things?
It's officially a rumor that Disneyland is opening at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
Which means Michelle will have Rose with the Resistance by October.
Not necessarily.
No, that is...
Where's the camera?
That's what it means.
So you have to move forward. Hold on. What do we miss here in the chat? Michelle's here, guys, if you've noticed now.
I'm not
Joey's wife.
You gotta come forward.
I can't.
Shift Michael that way.
He's gonna wake up in 5 seconds.
Oh boy.
Just have him roll over.
I wanna jump in a few things. So Betty said, "Is it true California has about 2 million AP holders?" Which is true. Allegedly, that is the most current number, which is
I wonder how many Disney World APs there are.
Look it up.
Or if anyone knows. How many Disney World... How do you spell AP?
Samuel
There
saying,
are
"Go Dodgers, go
4
Lakers." You've got a Bucks and Brewers fan in here.
both teams of which, as of lately, are struggling. So, but I'm not ready to jump ship. Not quite yet.
Compliments coming from Betty and the Beast.
Hi everyone, thank you.
Here, should we try and... I'm going to move this closer to you. Yes, last time we had a fan issue. For all you could hear was the microphone fan.
Oh.
Javier. Poo Lakers, poo Dodgers. Okay, wait, what were we just talking about? We were talking about Disney. I was talking about Max Pass. Okay, so Jordan thinks that Max Pass will not be available and we'll just have to bite the bullet, even though we've already paid for it. What do you think?
I don't know.
Excellent insight.
What was the
Agreed.
question?
Max Pass.
It won't be available?
Yeah, well, because right now Disney World doesn't have...
I just don't understand why they don't do Max Pass, because I feel like it would streamline things and keep less people in line. So I don't understand why they don't push the whole operation towards Max Pass.
You're just talking about
That's
virtual queues.
That's an interesting
Yes.
point as well.
But for everything. Not just
That
the
was
ones that have
originally, that was the rumor, is that everything was going to be virtual queue. If I turn the camera this way.
But having actually experienced the parks now several times, the way they have it is totally manageable for the most case, or for the most part. I'd be very curious to see how Rise of the Resistance could handle itself with just a regular standby line right now. I just jumped to a completely different topic. We'll circle back to that. We're talking about Max Pass.
I'm just saying, I want to talk today about what we think will be different when Disneyland reopens. So
how much did you pay for a Max Pass for the year? I'm assuming that's what.
On the re-up, I think it was $100 per pass.
Okay.
So I feel like Disney...
Yeah, I agree with Ed. If they're not going to let you use it, I think we'll get reimbursed.
They're reimbursed for it? Is that part of your pass? I guess
Yeah.
my issue, and you guys know with me, I really love Max Pass. And it is going to be hard, even if Jordan tells me that the lines aren't that bad. It's going to be hard for me to go to that park anymore and not immediately do it. Michelle knows, because every time I go, I have the whole day planned out.
It's weird. It's weird to put your frame of mind in the current situation because, like, for us here, we wouldn't go unless I had the maximum amount of fast passes that I could book, because it wouldn't, a waste of time is not the way to put it, but you would lose a lot of time if you're waiting in standby each time. And so every single time we went pre-pandemic, it was, we got to make sure that we are at least utilizing the ability to get in some fast pass lines. And a lot of times we couldn't get fast passes for the stuff that we wanted, and that was just a part of the game. But then now, and probably for at least the somewhat near future, we can go in whenever we want if we have a reservation, and we can get on whatever we want. I have not waited more than 40 minutes for an attraction since the ride is open. Most of my waits across all parks have been under 15 minutes, though, usually less. And so I can't imagine, I imagine if people are using Max Pass, that would slow that down.
There's just a whole baseball thing going on in the comments.
We have a lot of apparently Giants and Dodger fans.
And Padres?
And Padre fans. Well, Ed's from San Diego, so that makes sense with the Padres.
Padres are kind of...
We're a very diverse
Where are the
group.
Panthers
We're a
from?
very diverse group of fans. Go Panthers. That's be football.
Oh, yeah.
Carolina.
Anyways.
Stay focused, explorers.
This is the first time where the comments have gone off topic,
I
and
know.
it's not you two.
We're
You two are really trying to stay on this topic, and the comments are like, baseball!
We're starting to wear off on everybody else.
That's
it's
funny.
like, yeah.
There you go. Off topic.
Mhm.
See, yeah, Jordan, are people, actually respecting Disney? And oh, I want a Diet Coke. Like wearing masks and stuff?
Yeah, for the most part, I have, and I have the only time I'm ever aware of someone not like wearing their mask or having their nose out or something is because I'm hearing a cast member or seeing a cast member saying, "Hey, you got to have that on." So
Okay, so they are enforcing
if
it.
guest
too.
compliance isn't happening, cast members are doing a great job making sure that it's mostly 9 times out of 10, it's usually kids who are just oblivious and it's like falling off their face. But for the most part, it's been very efficient, especially like actual line management.
Okay.
What?
We're not
just-
sponsored by
Hashtag
Diet
we're not
Coke.
sponsored by Diet Coke. I should start making it so that there's like a thing that comes up on screen.
For hashtags?
Yeah, so we can just run it across. Here, wait. There we go.
What you need is we are not sponsored. Hashtag we are not sponsored by, in very tiny like 8-point font, and then a gigantic Diet Coke logo following right up. We are not sponsored
By Diet Coke. Betty brings up a good point here. How about any Halloween haunts this year? Anyone going to any? Jordan?
We are living in a Halloween haunt.
Well,
It's perpetual.
Jordan! They have drive-through haunts by you, and you
There
don't
is
have a baby.
There's a drive-through haunt, and so I am just imagining myself with my like driving vlogging like this, which is a bad idea in general, and then being periodically scared the crap out of every. There is no way I don't drive into something or someone at a very high speed. I don't know if that's practical. I'm hoping there's some sort of crazy safety measures going on with that. But yes, here in Kissimmee, I believe there is a drive-through haunted house event.
Are you gonna go?
So you're saying there's a chance?
It's ridiculously expensive because
Oh.
they want you to pay per car. But
Well, per the usual, I mean, I will front it if you will go through a haunted house.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Often we as kids, I feel like, is to have to be like, Jordan, we'll buy your ticket. We'll buy your ticket if you come to the house.
Jordan going through a haunted house is one of my favorite things.
see, it's not one of mine.
Which is why it's one of mine. Are we?
It's,
Are we going through something?
He doesn't know.
What? Yeah, but we can't bring a tiny infant through a haunted train.
We're
you
in
gotta
the car.
build up like his tolerance at some point.
Could you imagine? Be like, the thumbnail would be like, we took a baby through a haunted house.
All the scare actors would be like, boo! Oh, guy.
Oh boy.
Maybe
It
you'll
would be
go
it
through
would be
one.
like a force field of protection around you.
There is a scenario where we go through, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen. I mean,
Maybe
Michelle,
if my parents are here.
it's true. If somebody could potentially watch Michael for a little bit, maybe we'll have to figure it out. You're right though. Jordan is not cheap. I looked at them out here too. It's not a cheap thing, but it would also be like the only thing of us going through. Yeah, Betty points out in LA the haunted hayride's going to do it, and then there's the Stranger Things drive-through, which I did at one point sign us up for, but then I saw the pricing of it, and I was like, I think we'll hold off. 'Cause I just can't promise with it. Like, it's going to have to be impromptu for us, probably.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a weekend.
I feel like I
plan
do
ahead.
look skinnier in the face.
It's because you're beautiful.
Aw.
Ed makes a good point. Busch Gardens is doing one as well. They're doing the Hollow Scream?
Scream?
Yeah, Hollow Scream, and they're going to do it without
Hollow
haunted
Scream.
houses. Here, wait one second. Samuel's asking a question.
That sounds appealing.
So, which will open first, Disneyland or California Adventure, or Knott's Berry Farm, or Universal Studios Hollywood?
Universal.
If
I
they
go
all
Universal.
if they all get the okay at the same
Excellent.
time, it'll be Universal Hollywood first.
I feel like they're the most like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Knott's,
And then
What
you're
about
gonna go
Knott's?
get us
Because
butterbeer.
Knott's is already open.
Knott's is already open, so I think there's a high chance that Knott's will do it as well. I think the big stipulation here, and Michelle's not going to like this.
He made a noise. Oh my
He did.
gosh.
It's
He
going
made
to
a
be
noise. Norm.
Disneyland and not California Adventure. California Adventure will remain closed for a bit. Because it will be too hard to enforce the park hopping thing, and also the staffing for the park. It's going to be easier for them to staff and start with one park. So Disneyland will open and California Adventure will stay closed for a while.
See, I would say California, as far as distancing, California Adventure would be the ideal park.
Really?
I think they'll open both.
There's so much of it is out
That's
in the
just because
open.
you want it to happen. Trying to will
No,
it
I
into
think because they've
existence.
lost so much money.
But they have to staff both parks.
Yeah, it's Disney.
Well,
If they don't open California Adventure on the same day as Disneyland, it will be within a week.
Think so?
That's how it was here. They opened 2 parks at a time.
Ed saying the same thing as
Within
Michelle.
5 days of each other.
Ed knows. Ed's corner.
Mm-hmm. Betty, are you going to go to any of the haunted events? You and Beast going to anything? You could be the Happy Place Explorer on the scene.
What is that?
Yeah,
On the
on the
street?
field.
Yeah, Happy Place on
Yeah.
the street.
Field?
Our field
Our field
reporter,
reporter?
Betty and the Beast.
There we go.
We got there.
Record on your phone. Send me the footage. I'll edit together into a vlog. Boom.
Love it.
We're the first YouTube
I prefer it.
channel that outsources their...
Yeah, that's true. We'll start out everybody. Everybody's an explorer now. We're all explorers. Film your adventures. Send them our way. The channel is yours. What was I going to say? Michelle and I did buy we started to buy our Halloween decorations for outside. We got a big box of like tombstones and cobwebs and stuff like that ready to go. A big part of purchasing the house was that we've always wanted to decorate for Halloween. And this year's going to kind of be a bummer because Trick or Treat obviously is not going to be the same as it normally would have been. But we're still going to decorate the hell out of the front lawn. It's going to be
A
awesome.
neighbor already started decorating, so I kind of feel like that gives us permission.
It's true.
We should
This
do it.
morning, I woke up and I was like, man, I have not watched Polar Express in a long time.
Jordan,
Oh,
no.
Get out of here. I'm just going to mute
Stop.
you. In all seriousness, Javier brings up a good point. We should do a Halloween party. I wonder if we could get like a Zoom chat up on this thing, and we could all collectively jump on this thing and do a Halloween party. That might be
Everyone in
amazing.
costumes.
That would be fun.
Halloween costume
How
contest.
else would you do a Halloween party? You have to be in costumes.
That's true. I was going to say Jordan could tell us a scary story.
I could.
I have those scary
I'm not
going
to prepare for it at all. I think we've handled the...
I can't get this. I'm trying to... Hold on.
Mr.
Yeah. Put user in timeout. I can put user in timeout.
I think I
Oh, did you already do that?
did.
Okay.
I don't even know if I put him in timeout. I think he revoked his... Oh, he's timed out.
What is that?
Love that we could time him out.
I know.
We're still learning things every day.
Did we just get like trolled?
We got spammed.
That's like a
Know you're popular.
a rite of passage, isn't it?
It's maybe, or somebody just jumped on and was like, "Look at me."
Just something on his brain. Had to let it out.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. All over the parks. What do you think of? Oh, wait. Hold on. We're back. It's because we're using a weird camera. All over the park says, "What do you think of Leroy and what is that?"
Stitch? Leroy?
That is
Do they mean Lilo?
the sequel.
The sequel.
Or one of the sequels to Lilo and Stitch.
Jordan, thoughts?
Lilo and Stitch is easily in one of my top 5 Disney animated movies. But believe it or not, I have not seen any of its supplemental films.
Is it on?
Because it's direct to DVD, and that just sort of has connotations on its own, and I know that's not fair, but that's where I'm at.
Talking about sweeping the spammer's leg out of Johnny.
It's a good tactic.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sub Piper. Oh, that's right. Chadwick Boseman. We didn't talk about that yet. I suppose it's
That was stunning.
It was. Stunning's the right word. Michelle gasped. I was making dinner, and Michelle gasped from the living room, and I'm like, what? And I was like, oh my.
Well, it's like you never would have expected. I was watching a baseball game during it, and this weekend was Jackie Robinson week, so all the players were wearing 42, the number of Jackie Robinson, and Chadwick Boseman played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, which is very good. And so I was watching the game, and I was thinking, that's a pretty good movie. I should watch that again sometime. And then checked the phone, and it was like, what the?
Interesting.
Crazy.
That's very crazy. Sad. And it makes me appreciate, because he was battling stuff pretty much his entire Marvel career, which just adds a huge appreciation to everything that he gave to that franchise.
Isn't it it's crazy how many movies he was in while he was in treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And
killing it, knocking it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Andrew.
Crazy.
He just swept his legs out.
Oh, okay. We don't have to. Don't go retaliate on that guy. I don't know where he is, but God forbid he'll start being the second dislike on all of our videos.
No, he's in a timeout.
Mm-hmm. We're convinced that there's one person out there who's not or who's subscribed to us but not an explorer that just dislikes every one of our videos, because they all have one dislike immediately, and it's like, okay.
And we refuse to believe that there could be someone who
just doesn't like the content
without some sort of vendetta.
We're convinced.
I'm just waiting for like the thumbs down button.
Oh, I know. It'd be amazing. It'd be like, it's one of us. Someone in this room.
Someone. It's Ed Byra keeping us humble.
Anyway, what are we gonna? Now I'm out of stuff to talk about because we got derailed. Talking about
one thing I also heard, which has me mostly intrigued because it was something I was mostly excited about before all this started, was that supposedly next week or the week after, Tokyo Disneyland is going to be doing soft openings for the Beauty and the Beast ride.
Sorry, laughing at Ed. Oh, I have to. It's
me.
I
admitted it to it.
It's Christopher Lloyd.
It could be Christopher Lloyd doing the thumbs down.
Wait, what about Tokyo Disney?
They're go ahead. Sorry.
It's the Beauty and the Beast ride. The ride that's going to change everything.
There's a ride?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Why don't you guys tell me anything?
I feel like it's going, based on what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be Rise the Resistance meets Fantasyland, which
with Beauty
in a way makes me think that it's going to be just as good, if not better, than... I wonder if they'll be they'll talk in Japanese or if they'll talk in English, because some of it's sort of hit or miss whether some of their rides are in English, which is confusing to me because I need to learn a lot about the Japanese culture. But
well, some of the rides they do English and then they immediately do Japanese after it, or vice versa, depending on, I'm not sure, but I've seen that before. Rich asking, why does 928 always being brought up about the potential opening for Disneyland? We talked about it at the beginning of the video. There is a rumor out there, an internal rumor, that was the internal conversation date for reopening of Disneyland, assuming they got the go-ahead for approval. But things have shifted a little bit lately in terms of Newsom's new tier system, which would make it a little bit more challenging for them to make that date. It's not impossible, but it's not as likely.
It's actually Newsom's birthday is September 28th.
Shut up.
So there is sort of like the push in that way.
It's
hey,
we want to celebrate.
Government, make a wish.
Yes, Distillery with Andrew. That's what I was thinking. Mystic Manor and stuff. So
yeah.
They do both.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh, you guys only made it 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
And Runaway Railway. Did you see this? Runaway Railway Disneyland has been officially delayed
What?
to 2023,
Oh.
but the building has gone vertical now, according to a social media post. So you're going to start seeing that starting to rise over the Toontown skyline.
So
Or actually, no, if it will. Yeah, it will. You'll see it.
that's interesting.
I don't know. You won't. I'm trying to think.
When it does go full vertical, you will see it because they took down the hills. Like the fake hills, they took them down.
I'm trying to
during
remember the
construction.
layout. Where is the entrance going to be
It's
again?
behind.
not
It's
gonna
through
be
the joke shop, or the whatever it is, the gags.
So Roger
gag
Rabbit
store.
is on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're walking in.
Yeah.
So it'll be closer to the Go Coaster.
No, it'll be immediately to the left of Roger Rabbit is where the entrance is for this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the ride building takes up the entire space of Toontown just behind it. Like it goes the full length of Toontown.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Hi, David. So it is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be pretty cool. That sucks that it's delayed till 2023. We know that Avengers Campus will not reopen with DCA once it's open.
That's not terribly surprising.
I thought it was. I
That's
was
like saying Ratatouille was going to open with Epcot.
You know what's crazy though? It's like Disney chose to stop construction and all this stuff. Universal didn't. They never pulled the plug on any of their contractors. And have you seen how far Nintendo World has come?
I haven't been keeping as much track of that one.
We should have talked about that today. Let me see if I can bring this up. I'm going to show you a current here.
We talked about the Velocicoaster, and as far as I know now, currently on the yet-to-be-named Velocicoaster, the Ospreys have left, and it's like all wrapped up to make sure they don't come back.
So they don't have to deal with that again. Two birds had nested on top of the Jurassic World coaster in Florida as they were doing construction. It was at the very top, and it created a large problem. Hold on.
I know nothing.
Because they're big birds. Not big birds, but bigger birds. Birds of prey.
Gotcha.
Here, you guys talk about something while I get this ready.
Well, Andrew said something about something.
He does do that from time to time.
Mistakes like Emotional Whirlwind and getting rid of Bugs Land and getting rid of Paradise Pier.
Oh. He's talking about, like, things that were updated or changed that were bad ideas.
Ooh.
That'd be a
Like
good
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That'd be a good topic for a full episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a sucker for Tower of Terror.
No, it's a real thing.
That's good.
I
I'm
like
trying to think.
Paradise Pier. Well, Pixar Pier. I think they needed a Pixar area. I'm cool with it.
At one point, there was a rumor that the entire park was going to change into that.
That makes sense. Pixar has a big enough
Into a
universe.
Pixar park.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind the reskin of Inside Out or what was it, Flix Flyers.
Yeah.
I like that it didn't leave completely and that there's still. It's like, oh, this used to be over there and it was something else. For me, that's like a cool piece of trivia now.
Yeah.
But I do think
Andrew,
that
my
they're
idea.
better.
Don't steal it, Joey.
Is that the first video coming up? We're excited, man. We are excited for History with Andrew.
Hey, Jenny. What else is like that? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a native Californian, but I feel like having a park about
California.
Is that the correct terminology? Thank you, Jordan.
It's California.
I just feel like having a park about California in California is very California.
It is.
Like, okay, we know where we are. But, like, I do like the, I like the winery.
Did you know about Westcott, Michelle?
I've heard that term.
Because before California Adventure was ever announced, there was going to be Westcott, which was going to be the Epcot of the West. And it would have been better than actual Epcot in almost every way, based on the incredible concept art. It was going to be billions of dollars, and I need to revisit the history of that, but it looked incredible. And it went.
Would have loved that.
I know you're an Epcot fan.
Yes, Epcot's my favorite. I can't wait for all of this to be over so we can come visit you, Jordan. I'm going to go to Epcot.
Yeah, come and get some milk. We got it.
I was like, I'm not going to be drinking milk at Epcot, but I get what you're saying now.
It's the Food and Wine Festival, so there's a lot of
Wine.
I wonder if there's milk anywhere.
I mean, probably,
there's a lot of,
in America Land.
There's a food booth based on the Alps, and all they serve is just a melted cardboard thing of Swiss cheese.
Yes, that sounds right up my alley.
Right?
Oh.
Ordinary Adventures is in the chat.
That's what Joey's bringing up right now.
Oh, cool.
Peter or Ketcher, I don't know which one of you it is. That's literally what I'm trying to download right now, so I can go over it. But you're right, yeah. Santa Clarita Drone.
Downloading a spam.
Oh, who knows? I'm trying to get my normal YouTube downloader is struggling. He brings up a good point though. If you've ever seen sorry, Ketcher, if it's you, if you've ever seen. Or the overview, like the drone overview of like Disneyland and stuff like that. Santa Clarita Drone does that all the time on their page, and it's like super detailed. This Nintendo World video I'm trying to grab is crazy how far along that is, which goes back to what I was originally saying. I'm surprised that Disneyland or that DCA stopped construction on Avengers Campus, because Nintendo World is so far now. It's like crazy. They're working on like the hills and like the green shrubbery and stuff.
So it's really coming along then.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Shrubbery.
Well, that's also with Universal out Orlando out here. They.
Hey, I want to do it on this one so we can stand by. Stand by. It wouldn't be a happy place live if we weren't doing some sort of technical weirdness.
A live curveball here. Do 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 do. Musical interludes are happening. Da 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 bum 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 ba da da bum bum bum.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Okay. So they go over that. We're in the lower left-hand corner. Speed along here. Okay, all right. This is the footprint of Nintendo Land, Super Nintendo World, and on the left is the entire building for the Mario Kart attraction. So you have. I wish there was a way to see my pointer, like my mouse on the screen. So you
Has the Mario Kart attraction been confirmed? Or are we just supposing?
Oh, no, 100%. I mean, nothing has been confirmed. It's like Universal always does it.
Like,
we were talking about the Jurassic Park coaster where they haven't announced it yet, but it's done.
I just, like, they announce it when it's done.
Yeah. So all of this, when we last were at Universal...
1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago. We were able to... I would, just filmed over in the area just to look at how everything was. And most of this was vertical... but not nearly as done as this is. It's insane how far along it's come. I want to jump to. You can see Jurassic World over there.
Did Andrew just break his arm?
What's happening?
He said, "Hold on, I think I broke my arm."
Are you trying to Is there more Karate Kid stuff going on?
I'm just imagining him sitting on his phone and just Sorry.
All right, hold on. Trying to. It's just insane how this was nothing, and now it is so far along.
Oh yeah, that's where the tram goes through.
Yeah, so you can see Jurassic World up at the top here, then this is all. So in the far, I'm trying to show you this without having a pointer on screen.
Whoa, is that where they filmed The Voice?
That's right. Behind it, you see all the construction going on behind it?
I do.
They're building an NBC Universal campus, so it's like it's not going to be theme park based, but I think that plays into the eventual plan here where they're going to, in front of the Voice soundstage, there are like 2 to 4 sound stages over there. I think that is going to be claimed by the theme park soon. And they're going to continue to expand the lower lot so that they can continue to grow Universal Hollywood. Because all of this is for them to, the campus will be for them to take up a lot of the corporate kind of Universal jobs. And then they'll continue to move these sound stages further into the back lot to free up all that space for Universal Studios Hollywood. Because there's just no real estate left there. They have no. I mean, it's amazing they fit Nintendo World into the plot that they have.
It does look like it's perfectly squeezed right in there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, so in that far back corner, that's where Peach's Castle is going to be. So it's going to be what was originally going to be like a Donkey Kong style or like themed roller coaster. That is now going to be, in classic Universal fashion, a gift shop. So, but it'll be cool because you're going to be, a big part of this land is there's like multi-tiers for everything. So that like you'll enter Peach's Castle on one level and then above it will maybe be more shopping. Then maybe there's a restaurant to the right. Like they're going to be making it seem like how I thought Galaxy's Edge was going to be, where it's multi-levels, but it's Nintendo Land is actually going to execute that. So even the Mario Kart attraction is a multi-level attraction. So there are 2 levels inside of that giant building.
Interesting.
I'm like impressed. Like Nintendo, and then this is gonna be, so this is Transformers is in the bottom here, and then that's the Mario Kart building you see, and then this is going to be the entrance to like the main entrance into the actual land. I just can't.
I wonder
believe...
how that transition's going to be, because it looks like it's like almost like a Diagon Alley kind of entrance where you gotta sort of squeeze through, and that reveal is going to be like mind blowing. Yeah. Almost like you won't be able to see as much from.
Well, you're supposed to go through. You're supposed to go through a warp. Well, that's going to get us to our next part. Okay, so let's jump ahead. Right, there's not much. Everything else is just kind of steel and stuff. The point is how far this has come. When Avengers Campus basically did 0 work the entire pandemic, like it didn't start back up at all until recently, and even now it does not look very like ahead of schedule.
Which is interesting because Hollywood Studios is in LA County and Avengers is in Orange County, and I feel like Orange County has been more lax with things.
Yeah, it seemed like it. I think Disney was trying to be better and safer, and Universal, in classic Universal fashion, just doesn't care. Okay, this is what I was talking about.
Universal should be appreciated, at least for over here, for the Jurassic Park coaster they're building. They are like completely throwing regular protocol out the window. Did you see they brought actual like Velociraptor animatronics or whatever they were. They brought them in during the day.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
So that people had to see them.
This is like a giant like styrofoam covered Velociraptor that's being lifted on a crane into the ride.
And Universal will not acknowledge it. They're just like, what Velociraptor?
They're gaslighting everyone.
All right, so anyway, see this hill here? Jordan? See this green hill?
My old neighbor Richard's in the chat.
Oh, say hello. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
This green hill. Okay, so the entire Nintendo world is going to be surrounded by this stuff. So that it will give you, in theory, when you're inside of it, as well as when you're looking into it, you won't be able to feel like you'll feel like you're in a different area. You won't be able to feel like you're still in... Exactly.
So it'll be like Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, it'll have that same feeling where once you enter Galaxy's Edge, you sort of forget that the railroad is right on the other side. So, I think that's one of the most impressive things. It is crazy. Anyway, shout out to Santa Clarita Drone for getting this footage.
Santa Monica.
No, it's Santa Clarita. Santa Clarita
you said
Drone.
It was Santa Monica.
I did it on accident.
Oh.
It's Santa Clarita Drone for getting this footage. Check out their YouTube channel. They do this often. Here's the downside of what they're doing.
The bio-reconstruct of the West Coast.
I'm pretty sure, though, what they're doing is very frowned upon. But I'm 100% positive you can't fly a drone over Universal. There's no way.
So you're not 100% positive.
I'm 98% positive you can't fly a drone over Universal.
Maybe it's at an angle, just on the outskirts of what is appropriate.
It's possible. Anyway, sorry. Thanks to Ordinary Adventures, though, for bringing that up, because they are a great source if you want to get that kind of inside look at construction and stuff. But I'm excited for Super Nintendo World. It is going to be... it's Super Mario? No, it's Super Nintendo World, because they have multiple different franchises.
I'm going to throw
There's
shells
gonna
You can do
be
that.
Donkey
I'm so
Kong.
excited.
Oh, you're not going to ride with me on the...
No,
Mario
I'm going
Kart?
to shoot shells at you.
Yeah, you gotta play against each other.
Yeah.
I just want to work as a team.
Nope.
Oh.
Do we have any concept of how that ride is actually gonna be achievable?
They released...
Other than...
They released a commercial for... Because remember, the Tokyo version, Tokyo Universal Studios Japan, is very close. Theirs looks very close to being done. I think they're going to open next year. Yeah. And I think that in that commercial, they showed a bunch of stuff that is greatly CG rendered. There's just no way that that's how the concept is going to work. Unless you're wearing glasses the whole time and it's augmented reality for the entire thing.
Well, the commercials they show for the Avatar ride and even Rise of the Resistance are not what you get in person. So,
But
it might be...
Rise of the Resistance is pretty close.
Especially the Jar Jar
Yeah.
Binks part, right?
Yeah, the part where Jar Jar Binks comes out.
I love Jar Jar Binks' 12-minute monologue right in the middle.
Ugh.
Really rallies.
It's a people eater is what it is, really. And Michelle's going to be excited because that's where he admits that he is actually a Sith Lord.
No, you're not supposed to. She has...
Well,
Don't say that.
I didn't say how it happens. I just said...
That's true.
You're right.
You guys,
That's
we
true,
talk
but
about
it
this
was-
so much
it
that I've
was-
convinced myself
It
that
was
Jar
the
Jar Binks
most
is
hilarious
actually
part
in
of the
there.
ride.
And I'm
You're
going to
gonna
be
be-
real upset when he's
You're going to
not
be so
in there.
disappointed when he's not. I still can't believe Michelle hasn't ridden it. Think of that. Michelle was pregnant. I've only ridden
And
it
now
once.
I'm not.
I've still only ridden the ride once. Jordan has ridden it how many times?
More than once. And I don't...
What?
I will say that humbly.
What?
Lin-Manuel
I see that
Miranda
too.
and
Should I
Weird
just
Al-
address it?
Yes.
Okay. I think we've talked about it on the chat before. Or at least I've talked about it with Joey. But Hall of Presidents, this is huge rumor. Heavy rumor. Nothing solidified about this at all. I did not track this to a source or anything, but I've seen it on multiple publications that somewhere in Disney they are workshopping the idea of giving the Hall of Presidents here at the Magic Kingdom a little bit of a refresh. It's sort of little, I wouldn't say out of place, but it's definitely in great contrast to the rest of the goings-on in the Magic Kingdom. It can be a little controversial for a lot of people, depending on who they're going to see. So
Or
Disney's
Harding.
idea, according to this rumor, yeah, people are going for Harding, no doubt, is that Disney has basically presented the Hall of Presidents to Lin-Manuel Miranda, writer and creator of Hamilton, to partner with Weird Al Yankovic, writer and creator of Albuquerque, the 12-minute opus from the 1999 album Running with Scissors, to basically collaborate onto something that'll probably be a much lighter, much more humorous, much more family-friendly approach to the historic retelling of the presidency or
That
whatnot.
would be amazing.
So Tiffany and I were just at Hall of Presidents the other day, and I love that attraction. I like the message that it sends and whatnot, but mostly I'm an audio animatronics fan, and that is sort of the place where you can get the most of them in one place at a time, and I love it mostly because it's all happening at once.
Look what Ordinary Adventures just said.
See that I'd be down with as well.
Wait,
There
giving
needs to be more Muppets. So
All
what
of
I
Hall
think-
of Presidents should be given to the Muppets.
What?
I disagree with that,
Yeah,
and I'm
no.
going to counter this with that the Muppets should have an audio animatronic Muppet show in addition to Muppet Vision 3D. Really enhance that land, because can you imagine? I get starstruck watching Statler and Waldorf up in the booths up there. Can you imagine a whole Muppet show, like given the American Adventure treatment for like 25 minutes? Gosh, it would be amazing. But it's for Hall of Presidents. Going back to that whole show is so awesome to me when everybody's up, because all of them are literally living. And so no matter who is speaking, all of the other presidents, their eyes are shifting, or whoever's talking, they'll turn. Some of them will have different conversations to themselves. That adds so much life to audio animatronics to me. And that's why I always love going to see it, because I'm never watching what's at the forefront. I'm watching what is happening everywhere else. And so with that in mind, going along with, is that a cat or a baby?
Cat. I thought it was a
Oh,
baby too,
okay.
but it is a cat.
So going along with that, having 40 plus audio animatronics on a stage and handing that to the creator of Hamilton, I am just like, there is so much potential to literally be blown away by them singing a humorous chorus about the Oval Office. I don't know what it could be. It would definitely take away some of the dignity, but you know what? I see Weird Al on that, and I love Weird Al, but I also see Hamilton, which I think handled everything so respectfully and interestingly, and put a very interesting light on that kind of thing. I don't know. It's completely rumor right now. And I think the idea would be confusing to a lot of people, but sign me up. As a Disney World purist that is like don't mess with the old stuff. I would welcome that with open arms.
I think that would be really cool.
It was incredibly impassioned. It's a passionate speech.
I don't know where that came from.
I think it's a video brewing somewhere deep down.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if we didn't see Hall of Presidents deep dive coming up in the near future.
I think I said all I can say about Hall of Presidents, other than about 45 minutes of Warren G. Harding facts, because he is America's most interesting president. Not a lot of people know that, though.
We're starting to, based on every time we take a trip to that.
I try to play my part in it all.
We have so much stuff going on here now. Ali has entered the room. Michael has stirred. I can't believe he's still asleep.
I know, we're in trouble.
And we're like talking loudly.
He's not gonna sleep tonight.
Oh, he did not sleep last night. It was a problem.
What did he do? Did he yodel?
Now there's a cat.
No? Look at that.
This is fine, guys. Everything is fine.
That
Ew.
reminds me of the Rocket Raccoon animatronic that just sort of pops up.
Look at
Yeah.
the
Perhaps
very.
they walk.
Oh yeah, the tail. Look at this very crisp focus. Ali, you're on camera.
Man,
The interweb.
it's a golden cat.
Look at his
Well,
tummy.
I'm not gonna be the only one without a cat.
Uh-oh. Where's Laura Wade at? She's missing all the kitty action.
Oh, Jordan!
Oh no! Ollie
Let's
freaked
do
out.
this.
Ollie's like, okay, enough. I want no part of this.
Oh, he ran into the baby.
Aw, Daisy.
This
How
cat
big she is
becoming-
now.
Oh my gosh.
No, she's still a tiny little
cat.
kitten I can hold in one hand. Look at that.
Jordan,
Look at her.
you used
The
to hold
one-handed-
her in your palm.
Yeah.
She's a one.
Do you guys remember that? When we started this live chat, or a long time ago, Jordan just got Daisy, and it was the tiniest little kitten. Oh, hold on.
You need to figure out
This
your life.
always happens. I think it happens at the 1 hour mark. Maybe
It's because
well,
I think
maybe.
the camera records for 20. It's whatever. I'm not going to pretend like we've got it figured out. We don't. We're lucky.
Hey.
This whole thing's held together by Scotch tape, guys.
Oh yeah, Katy Perry named her kid after Jordan's cat.
That's right.
Yep.
It was after watching the
Who
live
would
stream.
want a name after? I think Michael was originally going to be Michael Daisy, just because this is like such a namesake here.
Look at her.
Look at that. You're on.
What a photogenic cat. Where's our other cat that likes to be on
You're
camera?
live with
Simba hates us
tens
now.
of people here.
Oh yeah, Simba's like not happy about the baby. He's not upset. He just wants nothing to
Just
do
in
with
general,
it.
or
Yeah.
right now?
The vibe I get from Simba is, you guys brought another thing home. Great. That's the vibe I get from Simba. Like when we brought Oliver home, he was not happy about it.
Did they like hiss at him?
At Michael? No.
No,
They
they're
stay away from him.
They're good. They don't do anything. Like I never feel like he's in danger, and they don't go by any of his crib or anything like that. It's more of, yeah, they look like they're just not enjoying themselves.
So they're being cats.
Yeah.
All right, so let's close out. We got 4 minutes left here, and let's all ask History with Andrew when we can expect the first video. It's all on
no.
you,
We're gonna pull on the pressure here.
Andrew. We're all rooting for you. We just want to know what the first video topic is going to be. Look, all the pressure's on now. Andrew's like, oh crap.
There's just silence as we wait.
He ducked out of the chat.
Aw. We get 1 dislike. September. Do you have a topic in mind, or are you still canoodling?
September begins tomorrow.
September begins today.
Wait, what are you talking about? I am very excited for September. Not going to lie.
Isn't today September 1st?
It is September.
Are you sure?
Today's September 1st, Jordan.
First video, MGM Studios
Hold on.
Weird Shows. I'm
That could be a
intrigued.
bunch of different things. Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
I'm excited.
We'll,
So sub to his channel. Be ready. Be the first to watch
District
weird
with
MGM
Andrew.
Studio shows on Distory with
happening.
Andrew.
Everyone's-
Coming this September.
Look at you, little guy. Should we wake you up? You can do one quick cameo on camera, and then we'll shut this thing down.
Here I go.
Do the upside down entrance like I
No,
did. With
Jordan.
it would be silly though.
Oh my gosh.
You can't say it wouldn't be silly.
It would be silly, though. It's the explanation. It would be silly, though.
You need to mark him that he's awake.
He's awake. We have a baby tracker.
What is
Okay,
what are
then
his?
I'm here.
Never mind. I was about to ask what his favorite foods are, but I think it's pretty limited right now still.
Oh yes. Are we waking
He's
up?
waking up.
Oh, bright lights.
Okay.
Whoa.
I can't get the camera.
Look at him. He's like, get it off me.
He is such a
There he
champion.
is. We're gonna go change a diaper
Look
now.
at your little face. Look at your
Are you
little
saying hi
face.
to everyone? Hi everyone.
Look at that. He's
Aw.
not even waving.
Hi.
You're just a baby.
All right, dude.
Let's go change that diaper.
Let's go.
That's
Bye
right.
everyone.
Shell says goodbye. Oh, God.
You gotta have him on more because he's the most interesting part of this show now.
He's the most interesting part of my life, period.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, everyone says that. They're like, oh, you like, once you have a kid, like, it's the first realization, like, true realization, that nothing you do, like, is really about you. Like, nothing is about you anymore. Everything is about somebody else. And you're like, yeah, it's very important that I do everything I can so that kid has a good life. So, we just don't sleep anymore.
First step, get his mother on Rise to Resistance.
Mm-hmm. It's very important.
That is crucial to your role as parents.
Are you listening, Disney?
Balls in your court.
I'm calling you out. Anyway. That's right, Ed. Your life is no longer yours to live.
Put that on a t-shirt. Actually, put that on a t-shirt for Michael to wear.
Your life is... That's good. Your life is no longer yours to live.
It's menacing, but also there's a tinge of truth into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, folks, should we wrap this thing up, Jordan?
We could. What are we going to wrap it up with? I don't have paper.
You still got Diet Coke?
Actually, I do have a Diet Coke.
That's good. Don't forget we're
Um,
contractually obligated to mention
the delicious low-calorie taste.
Low calorie? What are you talking about? This drink has no calories.
What?
It's 0. Look at this. 0 all the way down. All the way... Okay, there is some sodium, but only 2% of your daily value.
So you're telling me that I could be drinking that soda right now and losing weight?
Yeah. If you drink just 6 cans of these one day, the rest of your diet doesn't matter. You need to highlight on the diet part of the Diet Coke, because that is where all of the key to dieting these days is a lack of nutrients. And that is what Diet Coke offers now, is really a lack of anything but flavor, because it has a great amount of flavor. And that's why we drink Diet Coke here at Happy Place Explorers. I'm going to see what happens when I've never done the QR code here. I want to see what comes up. Because maybe it'll come up to our sponsorship.
I was going to say, bring you to our YouTube channel.
What? All right. So Diet Coke isn't perfect. What that QR code actually sends you to is the nutrition facts that are literally
on the can?
1 centimeter above. So, but basically, it's just sending that great message home that Diet Coke is the no sugar, no calorie beverage that tastes great.
That's right. Betty and the Beast. Wait, I don't know. Is she supporting the Diet Coke?
I'm sure.
I missed. Maybe she jumped on something else.
Diet Coke. Someone is watching us. And I'm pretty sure the guy that dislikes us is a Pepsi operative. And that's fine. That's fine. We want you to hear what we're about to say.
Yeah.
Diet Coke is the king of the Diet Colas. And if a Coca-Cola representative is in the chat here, we are a theme park channel per se, but that's not strict. We can shift the whole crux of the channel into a Diet Coke centric format where we can go over the history, we can go deep dives on each of the ingredients. Guess what? It's not a lot, because it's just so little, but can you imagine if I actually sat down and wrote something about Diet Coke?
Ed,
It would be beautiful. People would weep.
Coke CEO. Hey, let's give some sponsorship money to those goofy Disney people with the cute baby and the other guy with the cute kitty. That's how it happens. It only takes one.
Verbatim.
Mm-hmm. Until then, we'll continue to remind you we're not sponsored by Diet Coke. But we could be.
But it's coming.
And until next time.
Expand our closing Diet Coke monologue.
Yeah.
So next week we're going for 10 minutes. So make sure you're here when we do.
Yeah, and then we'll do the 24-hour live stream following the 10-minute Diet Coke.
Just Diet Coke talk on the 24-hour live stream.
It's coming. Everyone hold on to your butts.
I can do it.
One more time. Ed helping us out. We should put that on a shirt.
We are not sponsored by Diet Coke.
Yep. All right,
Huge
folks.
Diet Coke logo.
Let's say good night. Farewell.
All right. Peter Zane, goodbye.
Thank you.
Stay tuned tomorrow. We got a project coming up.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird one. What else would you expect?
Jordan sent me the cut, because this is how we work. So Jordan does it, I review the cut, then we'll do the thumbnail and stuff like that. Jordan sent the cut. I have never, ever seen anything on this Disney fact that Jordan managed to put together a 19-minute video on. It's... I You'll see tomorrow.
So prepare to be educated. The world is going to know.
And guess what? It's part 1 of a 2-part series.
So stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. It's going to rock some socks.
All right. Well, Joe, you have a wonderful evening.
Hey, you too, Jordan. Thanks for chatting on this Tuesday. And thanks, Explorers. Thanks for coming out and chilling with us. We appreciate it, as always.
Chilled. Oh, that is refreshing. And until next time.
We'll see you.
We'll see you in the happy place. Bye. Farewell. Holy moly, I forgot to say bye. I said it a different way, though, but now I'm saying it like I normally do. Bye.
Was this worth it? Was this worth coming back for?
Did we close it out?
No, we're still on.
Well, I was holding it. I took a deep breath.
Until next time, we'll see you in the happy place.
Bye.